Kelly Garver with Sterk Family Law. Today we're at MorningStar Mission Ministries in Joliet, Illinois, as MorningStar Mission has been chosen as Sterk Family Law's first charity of the month, as their mission exemplifies the same mission as our firm does. Today we're going to take a look at the different options, housing, programs, and services that MorningStar has to offer. Let's go take a look.
Hi, I'm Gwendolyn Sterk of Sterk Family Law, and I have the privilege to be here today with the Executive Director of MorningStar Mission. Thanks so much.
Hi, I'm Sandy PERZEE. I'm the Executive Director here at MorningStar Mission in Joliet, and as the Executive Director, what I do is run the show.
There you go. There's a lot to do to run the show. Can you tell us a little bit about the history of MorningStar Mission?
Sure. In 1909, a local businessman, Peter McCarthy, founded MorningStar Mission. At that time, as you know, bums were hopping on and off trains, and MorningStar started just down the street on Collins, and the railroad tracks run right here. And so as the guys were hopping on and off trains, he saw them and saw a need for them to provide clothing, food, and hope.
That's very good.
And so we say here, hope begins with a meal.
That's right.
And that's many times our first contact with somebody is they come in for a meal.
What's the philosophy of MorningStar Mission?
Well, when Peter McCarthy founded it, he said the thing that we need to do is feed the inner man first, feed their stomach, and then we're going to feed their soul. And so our philosophy is to feed them, clothe them, and give the gospel of Jesus Christ to all.
That's great. And tell us, if somebody's listening today and they want to get involved with MorningStar Mission, how can they help?
They can call 815-722-5780 and either say, I want to volunteer, I want to donate some clothing, food, whatever it might be, or I want to give a donation. Or they can go to morningstarmission.org, fill out a volunteer sheet, or again, make a donation.
You know, the last thing I want to say is the person who might need your services or is thinking about picking up the phone, how can you help them?
Well, as I said many times, hope begins with a meal. And so when they walk through our doors, we serve breakfast, lunch, and dinner Monday through Saturday, breakfast and dinner on Sunday. And they can come in for a meal, no questions asked. And we have a food pantry on Friday. We give out clothing vouchers. We have emergency shelter for men 7 nights a week. We have a long-term recovery program for men. We have a veterans program, and we also have a women and family center.
It's fantastic. You know, we are proud at Sterk Family Law to have MorningStar Mission as our first charity of the month, and it is such a great opportunity for everyone and a great opportunity for us. Thank you so much for what you do.
Thank you, Gwen, for your support. We appreciate it.
We appreciate you. MorningStar Mission, you serve as the Development and Program Liaison, is that correct?
Yes, I do.
Tell us a little bit about it.
Okay, well, I'm JEANNE LAZZARA, and for MorningStar, I work with the community to develop relationships, to see how we can serve our community better and get people involved in the mission and serving our low-income and homeless families.
Very good. Now, you have a lot of events. Tell us about some of the primary events MorningStar does.
Okay, well, we have our community outreach events where we do a back-to-school program for the community. We have our Easter program, our Thanksgiving and Christmas where people get food and they get gifts for their families. We do fundraising events. We have a ladies' luncheon coming up.
Very cool, yeah.
That will be in April. We have a progressive dinner, now will be the 3rd annual.
Yeah, and that's so much fun. Boy, everybody reported to me it was a blast.
Yeah.
And so you get on and off the bus and you go to different locations, right?
Yes, we do. We sampled different local restaurants.
Very cool.
Then we come back to Jacob Henry Mansion and they have a dessert spread for us and just kind of celebrate what's going on here at the mission.
That's fantastic. Now, in addition to that, I know that you're very involved in the community. Tell us, outside of just the events for the mission, I see you at chamber events. Tell us about that role.
Yes, we're involved in the Joliet Chamber, we're in the New Lenox Chamber, part of Shorewood, and for a couple reasons. We do have a couple thrift stores. One is in Joliet,
okay.
One is in New Lenox. So we're part of the small business community. And if you donate or shop at these thrift stores, it benefits the programs of MorningStar Mission.
Sure.
So, and with our thrift stores, we also have opportunities for the community who is in need to redeem vouchers for clothing, redeem vouchers for furniture. We set people up when they get their first time home, things like
Very
that.
cool. I mean, what a better way to use the stuff. You know, you don't want the stuff anymore, but you can
Right.
drop it off at the facilities. Tell us the
Yes.
locations again.
We have one on Jefferson Street in Joliet.
Okay.
2221 West Jefferson.
All right.
And 2571 West Lincoln Highway in New Lenox.
Okay, so people can easily give that. Everybody's got something they're not going to use anymore,
Yes,
right?
yes.
And you can bring the stuff in, and that's a way to support the mission.
Yes, it is.
It's so fantastic, and it's really nice to see that the mission's involved in the community, because what a better way to spread the word, right?
Right.
Fantastic. Well, thanks for being with us today. We
Thank you for
appreciate your
having me.
time.
The Men's Residential Recovery Program is a long-term goal-oriented program where the men live here at MorningStar Mission and attend classes and counseling and see their case managers. The Men's Emergency Shelter opens up at 6 p.m. every night right after our dinner service, so they can get a meal, check in with a photo ID, and stay the night. Our Eastside Cafe serves breakfast, lunch, and dinner 6 days a week and 2 on Sunday. We serve the people in our program and the public. Many of our volunteers start in the kitchen as a way of getting introduced to MorningStar Mission and then venture out into other volunteer opportunities.
Hello, I'm Fred Smithhart of Sterk Family Law. I would like you to meet Kevin.
Hello.
Can you tell us your position here and a little bit about what you do?
Sure, I'm the Senior Director of Programs here at MorningStar Mission and also serve as the Men's Program Director and just kind of oversee all the programs here and just also working with the men in our Men's 180 Recovery Program.
That's good, because I'm going to ask you, what are the services available for men here?
Well, we have different services. We have a shelter program where people can just come in if they need shelter. We also have a homeless veterans program, obviously for homeless veterans that we
nice.
serve.
Yeah.
We also have a men's life recovery program, we call it. It's called the 180 program as well. And it's a 6-month program for people who typically need like drug and alcohol rehabilitation, but sometimes it's just, we call it a life recovery issue.
Oh,
Maybe
yeah,
there's
yeah.
some circumstances
That's needed,
that happen.
yes. Yeah, for some. Are there fees and costs for these services?
We typically don't charge. There are some minimal fees if they do have income, but sometimes if they're supporting family at home or something, we typically assess all of that. So
That's
there's minimal fees.
Abated. Oh, that's great too. This sounds like a great opportunity for men in this area. Is that the extent of your services for men?
Pretty much, yeah. We also have a drop-in center where the people can just come and go, and I think you'll talk about that a little bit later.
Okay, that's what for everyone, the women and children, you can come in, get out of the cold.
Yes.
And I believe you serve food or so.
Yeah, we also have our cafeteria where we serve the public and all of the members of our programs.
Oh, that's great. That's really great. Nice talking with you.
All right, thank you very much.
Our Women and Family Center is a transitional housing program that is also goal-oriented, where the families make their goals and spend time with their case managers in reaching their goals and hopefully make this their last stop on homelessness. The drop-in center is a place to go when the emergency shelter is not open, and it's open to everybody in the public to get out of the elements, to ask for services, possibly get a winter coat, look for housing opportunities, or look for a job. There's many different types of services you can get in the drop-in center. And the computer room is just located above the drop-in center. It's another service that MorningStar Mission offers for those who are in need of a computer to look for a job, work on their resume, look for housing, or anything else that you might need with a computer. MorningStar Mission has 2 thrift stores. The original thrift store is called Treasure Chest. It's on Jefferson Street in Joliet. And our second thrift store is called the Treasure Chest 2, which is on Lincoln Highway in New Lenox. We have many opportunities for furniture and clothing through our voucher program. You can shop there. You can get sporting goods. You can donate there. We have a vintage store also attached to the thrift store, so there's many items for your shopping needs.
Hi, I'm Kelly Garver with Sterk Family Law Group. Today I'm at MorningStar Mission Ministries and I'm sitting with Stephanie Putman. Hi, Stephanie.
Hi, how are you doing?
Good, how are you?
So I'm the program director for Women and Family Center here and our newest program, Reclaim Youth. And basically what the Women and Family Center do is we bring families that are homeless or about to become homeless due to whatever financial situation that they have, whether it's eviction or loss of job. And we bring them in and we cater to spiritual enrichment, education, life skill training as well as accommodating them in a dormitory style facility.
Yeah, I took a look. Thank you for bringing us through and let us take a look. It's a real cozy environment and very family oriented in there. With the program, I know that there is like a day room and then you accommodate families, whether they have infants and small children and everything like that. You know, with the program, so you assist them with going to school and getting the kids to school and everything as well?
Right. So when they come into the program, they are assigned a case manager, and a case manager follows them through the duration of their time there. So they're setting goals that they want to accomplish while they're in the program, whether it's employment, education, even simple things as getting their children into childcare would be a short-term goal for them. So it's basically things that they want to put together to reach those long-term goals that will get them to be successful, that will help them transition out of our program.
It's really, I think, a really great program that you're giving these families a chance to get themselves. Sometimes it's easy to lose our footing, to give them the grounding to help get started again. Between the, childcare is a big thing for everybody, trying to get that taken care of.
Yes, that is a huge thing, especially with families that become homeless, and single moms. That's something that we deal with on a daily basis. Is single moms trying to get back into the workforce, but have young toddlers, and childcare is expensive. So, we have those resources that we can set our clients up with to help them apply for childcare, get their kids in, and then so they can start the workforce or go back to work.
That's really amazing. Now, I first met you last year when MorningStar and you presented. We did the Building Hope for the Future program here, and you spoke about the Reclaim Youth Support Ministry.
Right.
Can you tell me a little bit about that and what that program is?
Yeah, so Will County just last year had a rise of unaccompanied and homeless youth. So MorningStar stepped in and they said, we want to do something. So we have a few rooms that we put to the side that we will be taking youth from ages 16 to 22 into our program, as well as getting guardianship covered is 16 and 17. Because of the state of Illinois, we have to have the parents' permission to have them in the program. So it really depends on what the situation is with our youth. They could be homeless. They could be, we categorize these kids as lockouts from home, runaways, or like I said, or unaccompanied, basically because something happens with the family. So they come into our program. We were able to give them the accommodations, the stable housing, but we also work with their schools, social workers and school counselors to put together a strategic plan to help them get through high school. So we try to knock down as many barriers as we can. We get them set up with food assistance, like food stamps. We get them set up with Medicaid, so they have their own coverage as well. And then we put together life skill programs for them. They go through counseling. They'll go through like anger management. They'll go through boundaries. They'll learn about healthy relationships. And we're trying to even put together like a work training program for them. So we, like I said, our goal is to get them off the street, get them to stable housing, and get them to graduate high school so they can be successful, because we feel that targeting youth that are homeless at a young age will prevent them from this cycle to continue as they get older. So we want homelessness to stop for them. We want them to be successful, and that's basically why we put Reclaim Youth together.
That's amazing. Thank you, Stephanie, for everything that you do for your role here for families and teens and everybody as a whole, and everything the mission does too. So thank you very much.
No problem. Thank you.
Thanks.